Hello, girlfriend.
All right, let's adjust.
There.
We are back.
We did it.
We did it.
We made it back alive, you know, after
a
last
week away. Yeah, last week was our week away.
Yeah, unexpected week away.
Everybody
Much
was
needed.
tired.
Yeah.
I think everybody needed a mini break.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yipperdoodle.
All right.
So what's new?
Oh,
What animes? What's our parents' stories of the week?
animes. I watched my normal ones,
Yep.
but then I started. The kiddo actually napped, so I managed to start a new one.
Ooh.
Which one?
The masterful cat is depressed again today.
What a name. What a name.
It's a slice of life about a cat that's taking care of his human.
The big black
the big
one. Yeah,
Yes.
I've seen TikToks of that.
Yep. Nope. I started it. I got 2 episodes in before the boy was like, "Okay, I'm ready to get out of bed," and I'm like, "Okay, fine." So, yeah, I managed to get a little bit in, but I'm enjoying it.
That's good.
Yeah, I need to work on
I
more.
need a big fat cat to take care of me.
And he seems to be a really good cook too. Like
Hey.
everything that he makes, she's like, "Oh my god, it's such good food," and I'm like, "I'm fine with this."
I could have a big fat cat cook me food on a budget and pay my bills, I'd be set for life.
Yeah.
He cooks, cleans, and does the grocery shopping.
Where can
And
I sign
people
up?
aren't
I
like
know.
weirded out by a giant cat
Well,
walking around.
They think he's just in a costume. Because they show a scene where he's at the grocery store, and one of the workers is like, "Manager, what should I do? Should I kick him out? Like, what should I do?" And then the manager's like, "I'll go talk to him." And then goes over there and says, "Thank you for shopping with us." And like shakes his little paw, you know, and is like, "You touched the toe beans." And then they keep getting notes like from customers at the store from like people who are like, "My kid loved the cat," you know. So they're
sounds like
getting
the
good
grocery
rep
store
from
guy
it, you
wants,
know.
like,
Right.
The grocery store probably wants to make him a mascot at that point.
No, I mean, if he keeps coming back and shopping, they'd be pretty happy.
Yeah. Listen, I'll pay you $5 to come to the store every week just so that you can hang out with kids.
We'll comp half your grocery load.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey, I'd do that.
honestly,
All of it.
I'd go to the store in some weird costume for half my grocery load to be paid.
What's your parents' story of the week?
It is, well, Naruto has been working on speech, as we all know. And Nick had to go get a drug test for a new job this past week. And he told Naruto that he was going to go and he had to run an errand because he had to go pee in a cup. And Naruto responded with, "I pee in Dad's cup?" And we're like, "No, buddy. I get where you're coming from, but you don't need to pee in Dad's cup."
no.
So, yep.
Nice.
Yeah, a good 4-word sentence, or multi-word sentence. So far, we've been kind of capped at 3, but that was a really good one.
That was good.
It was a good one and a good laugh, and yeah,
Nice.
I pee in Dad's cup.
Nice.
The sentence you'll remember for the rest of his life.
I pee in Dad's cup.
I pee in Dad's cup.
Well, my parents' story actually involves
Oh.
Kate here.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, as you know, normally Deku Deku has speech on Thursdays. And Kachan is usually watched by the in-laws. Well, the in-laws last minute weren't able to watch him. I frantically
I know. I saw
searched
that
for
whole text chain after Kate had already responded and said she was doing it. I'm like, okay, well, I mean.
Yeah, I was like, so I called his speech, was like, can the older brother come and like hang out? And there was a miscommunication between Deku's therapist and the person up front, and basically said Kachan couldn't be there, which turned out not to be true.
He could have come if he
could have
wanted to.
come. He just Deku would have been back there with his therapist by himself when I'm normally back there with him, and I would be with Kachan in the lobby. There was the miscommunication. So that's when I frantically had no other options. I was like, let me text these two and see if there was anything. Otherwise, I would have had to cancel and charge for the appointment anyway because it was within 24 hours, which is dumb. So, thank you very much for coming and watching Kachan. And I'm glad he was good. However, the next day, he was absolutely awful.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This kid...
He saved it all for you.
He did, but
Oh,
this is how bad it's gotten with Kachan.
Oh, no.
Kachan took a hanger that was out from underneath the closet that's in their playroom, straight looked at me with rage and, like, gritted teeth, and aimed and threw it at my head.
Oh, no.
Ow.
Missed,
Okay.
but, like, not,
sad.
like, just threw it out of the room. Like, literally looked and took aim. And then he flipped, almost flipped the blue table that's in there. All because I asked him to clean up. That's it. It's getting bad.
That's a lot of rage.
It's a lot of rage. That little kid, I feel so bad for him, but at the same time, I'm like, dude.
It's the Aquarius.
It's, oh my God.
I'm sorry.
It's a February Aquarius.
It's the Aquarius.
It's just, oh my God.
I struggled with anger issues as a kid, never to that degree, but it's
No,
the
me
Aquarius.
too. No, me too. I was like, we're just like, dude, my man, this is why you get in trouble.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. And the only
I mean, it's probably not the only thing, but that's what I just gotta say. I'm like,
you know, I will hold it to the stars and the moon and the sun for it, whatever those of his are. But yeah, he's gotten pretty bad. As far as my animes, Sign of Affection turned dub, so I'm rewatching it.
Oh,
and
hey.
oh, it's so good in dubbed. And the voice actor for the guy, I'm like, it was one of those moments when you're watching an anime and you already liked the character, but then you're like, simp. Like the immediate moment you start simping for it. Oh yeah, I simp for them. That MC male character so hard. And then I'm rewatching Fairy Tail because it's coming out in July. The new sequence.
I see.
Yeah, have to rewatch. So,
What about you?
I'm still watching Apothecary Diaries. I watched
so great.
I watched the newest dubbed episode this morning, and I was giggling like halfway through it. And Zach was like, "What's going on?" Because he's just like sitting at his computer. He does this sometimes because like my couch is like one spot in my room, then there's my computer, and then his computer over there. Just because that's what we have space for. So like occasionally, whatever I'm watching on TV, he'll be like, "What's happening?" Because he just can't 100% focus on it. So then I'll sit and explain it to him. But I really enjoyed watching the what was happening in the most recent episode and the misunderstandings that happened with that one.
Is that the one with the guy? Which one was it?
The one guy that wants to like marry her
Okay.
sister and
I thought
him
that's what,
being undressed.
and then he get undressed. He's very good looking undressed. Yes,
He is. And she's, just right before she's like, okay, remove the last garment. That's the moment.
And Jinchi walks in.
That Jinchi walks in and he's like, what?
What? That's hilarious. You
I
have
have
to
not
watch.
watched
You
it yet.
have to
I
watch
know.
it.
I just love as well, like, she was able to accurately understand that Jinshi was jealous, but not able to understand why. She got the complete wrong, like, reason why.
Well, it's because she still thinks
So.
he's a eunuch when he's not.
Yeah, well, that there is that. But, like, at the same time, it's just like, ma'am, so oblivious. So oblivious. And it makes me laugh every single time. So I was enjoying that. And then in terms of, like, parenting style story is, I guess, yesterday I got to put my crib. Well, I didn't put it together, I guess.
Yeah.
My baby's crib and dresser got put together because what ended up happening is my grandpa and my uncle came over with my mom, and my grandpa and my uncle were building everything with my husband while, I took my mom and we dipped out and went shopping at Kid to Kid. And then at Walmart, and we got quite a few things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My mom has realized very much so why I love that store.
That's always
so
good, though.
She's got quite a few more clothes now. She's also got a couple crib sheets, a bassinet sheet, more swaddles, as well as like several outfits. One of them, I kid you not, it's going to be so adorable. She'll be able to wear it this summer, most likely. It's like a little lemon or dress with like lemons on it.
Aww.
And then
I love
it comes
the fruit ones.
with like little blue denim style shoes and a little like sweater that goes over the top of it.
Cute.
That
You could go
sounds
over the
adorable.
top or you could go under, and it would work either way, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's just this whole like outfit set. Also, we ended up having to get this one little outfit because I was giggling at it, and I was like, Zach's gonna like, he's gonna think we're nuts buying this, but it's gonna be hilarious. It comes with it like is like a whole combo of like a onesie with like a little jacket and then like a skirt that goes over it. But the skirt, the top of the skirt has like the kind of it's got like tulle over the top of it with pom-poms stuck in the tulle. So there's just like essentially little pom-poms down lining the bottom.
Yep.
And I was like, this will be, perfect even for like a sensory thing for her to be wearing.
Yep.
But Zach took one look at it and he's like, Tucker's going to destroy that and he's going to steal all the balls. So I'm just excited waiting for that because he does like little pom-poms. So it'll be hilarious. But yeah, other than that, I hit week 30 of my pregnancy.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Almost to single-digit weeks there.
I know.
Oh, that's exciting.
One, this Thursday, it'll, go down to single digits from here on out then.
Woo. That's
which
awesome.
is nuts.
Yeah.
So, and I have a couple baby showers now coming up because I've got
What
one.
is the date again?
It's April. What is that? Now I'm blanking on what day of that week. I mean, it's a Saturday, but it's the second Saturday in April. I just forget the actual day. The 13th.
13th.
Yep.
Where
And my mom will be sending out the invites this week.
Gotcha.
So you guys will both receive those invites shortly.
I already know what I'm getting.
Yes, you're invited.
Oh, I feel so included.
Yeah. But yeah, then I have next week I have a one for work. So that'll be fun too.
What, they're doing a baby shower for you?
And
couldn't
my
do
doctor.
it for 4 people at ours.
Yeah.
Well, they probably could have. They could have just had one big party for all of us.
Well, it's just
But
me
nobody
and
really
my
cared.
doctor that
That's
are pregnant, so it's just really 2 of us to do it for.
I don't know. People
But-
were more angry that we were pregnant than anything, I felt like.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well,
I'll keep my language to myself.
I wouldn't say people are angry at either of us for being pregnant, but it definitely is one of those things where it can get, I know, for them a little bit like annoying too at
And that's
times.
fine.
And
I get
it.
that. Yeah. I understood that, but I think what I never understood is that
The treatment.
the treatment, like, we can't help it. Like, it's
No.
not like,
Nobody planned on that.
Mine
No.
wasn't. Mm-mm.
I mean, I guess my team could get mad at me because I planned mine, but my
You
doctor
are a
did not plan
special,
hers,
like,
so
consideration.
yeah. My doctor just, she had kind of an oops. Like, they weren't like necessarily not trying, but they weren't necessarily trying. So, like, it was just happened to be on the same time frame.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. But, we're going to do one. I fully don't expect to, like, veterinary medicine, we all make such little money anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect anyone to buy any actual gifts. So.
Oh, I got you something.
Oh. We don't need to.
Well, too bad. I needed to get it for you.
I
It's
mean,
for
we're
you.
both getting new stuff. We're coming to your baby shower. We're gonna buy you shit.
That's true.
Yep.
It's like
Well,
we like you or something.
Maybe
I don't know
just
why.
a little
Maybe
bit.
just a little bit. I mean,
Maybe just a bit.
we did go to a birthday celebration with you and get mistaken as a poly couple.
That's true.
What?
Yeah, remember when
When?
we went to the hotel visit? And
Oh,
we were
yeah!
at
We
Aphrodisia,
were a poly couple, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They
So-
definitely thought we were.
Oh yeah.
That was
Did you
fun.
guys want one bed? No, the 2 beds are fine.
They're just like, is this a throuple?
They never know. Let them imagine. Let them have their dreams.
I mean, you know, they can think whatever they want, I guess. I don't mind.
I'm not
Ma'am, I'm not feeding you.
I
love
can't
you,
control
but I'm
what
not
people
feeding
think
you.
about me, so
I also just don't care.
Yeah, I know.
I really don't.
no.
Hey, that's mine. Thank you. Don't play with my yarn. Missy.
So,
It's like, but string.
But
let's do it.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
We are talking about partners and them as parents.
Mm-hmm.
I know we talk about moms and stuff, but God knows, or all the gods know, that
We're not the only ones.
We are not the only ones in this, and
Nope.
gods know it is not possible without the other. I mean, it is.
It is, but it's not as easy.
It's not as easy, no.
And
It is
we've all
definitely.
been lucky enough to have partners that want to do this whole deal shebang with us.
Very true. Very
You
true.
know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Some people get to the point where we're at and they're like, nope, I'm on out.
That's true.
Mine had to
Lucky enough.
really choose to be in it.
That's true. Why don't we
You're
start with you?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
signed
Let's
up for a
start with you.
whole shebang.
Yeah, let's start with you and how Zach's doing with your situation with the IVF and stuff.
So I mean, he's doing well. He's excited about the fact that she's been doing well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he gets to hear me talk about pregnancy things like all the time. He's started, you know, he definitely helps me up from the couch quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still try and get up on my own a lot, which
Yep.
is probably why that one lady at my doctor's visit the other time was like, "You have strong abdominal muscles," and I was like, "Okay,
So you're a Taurus and you
all right."
just like, I can do it.
Yeah, she like put her hand out for to like help me up, and I still like got the initial first like push, and then still grabbed her hand to like help make it all the way up,
Yeah.
just like for the extra momentum. But she's like, "Oh my god," but you know, and I was like, "Sure, strong abdominal muscles, awesome. Yeah, I don't do crunches or anything at home." So
Hey, vet med alone gives you abs.
That's a
Probably,
workout. You don't need
to be
gym.
honest.
What's gym?
I mean, not like abs, but you
Yeah.
get a workout. It's never a non-workout job. It's a very physical job.
It's always kind of been one of those things where anytime like the doctors, like you'll go to the doctor's office and they'll be like, "How much do you work out?" I'm like, do I consider a workout?
I
Or
would
do
say
I consider
so.
it not?
I would
Like
consider
some
it.
days I'm definitely doing more effort than others. So, but
I still consider it.
I just was like, outside of work, not really. I don't really work out outside of work.
I work a relatively physical job, is what
Yeah.
I would say, you know?
Yeah. Usually it's like
Physically
one of those things I'm
demanding.
filling out beforehand. So like it's not even like something I can be like, let me tell you, it's just like graded on this point scale. So like, But no, I mean, Zach had to really choose to be a part of this entire process because I mean we had to use donor sperm, so like we had to pick out, you know, like a donor and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to be involved in that process, which is not an easy process because it's like, you know, for him it's like, you know, he couldn't, you know,
Right.
do those things, like he can't get me pregnant, so like therefore it's, you know, one of those things that can be mentally hard
difficult.
for him,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then, you know, on top of that, then it's like, okay, so he had to follow me through all this testing to make sure everything was normal, you know, deal with me being like, you know, anxious about my testing being normal the whole way through, and then, you know, follow me through all of the injections, help me give injections to myself. I mean,
Which thankfully he's had med training too.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, not human.
unlike some people who were definitely uncomfortable.
I think there's a chase fight upstairs.
Yeah.
I think they're playing
They
chase.
fall through. I'm not gonna be surprised.
There were some people though, like even in vet med, who like I was like, all right, you know, this 1.5 inch needle, like you have to stick this whole, like if you're gonna help me, you have to stick this whole thing into my butt cheek, And there were some people who were like, "Oh, I'm not comfortable with that," and I'm like,
You stab dogs.
"Yeah," but I mean, to be fair, it's not
We're
always
usually
we're
doing
shoving
sub-Q.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sub-Q.
IM
there
always
are-
freaks me out.
Even with like the IM stuff, we don't usually use anything that's like that
no,
long.
yeah.
And they literally told me when I was like doing all my like, because I had to watch a med training session, which is still kind of worth it, even if you're in the medical field, but still kind of funny to me at the same time, because they're like, oh yes, you know, make sure that you prep your skin, you know, when you're doing the belly pokes, make sure you're squeezing, you know, the belly so you can get the sub-Q space, or like when it was like over the butt, they're like, make sure you're switching sides, and I'm like, yeah.
That makes sense.
All those things make a lot of sense to me. They teach you how to draw up the meds from the vial, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really need to pay attention to that. I know how that one works.
If you don't, I'm scared.
yeah. If I didn't, I don't think I should get paid to work anymore. At this point, I've been in the field so long. But yeah, I mean, it's not often either that we, like, in our field are sinking the needle all the way to the hub into the skin. So
Yeah.
I can understand why people were uncomfortable with that. But
But some training does help. It's better than none.
yeah. But yeah, Zach was like, he was like, okay, cool, got this. I mean, most of the time he couldn't really help me just because of the time frame that I had to do my injections on. Like, I was having to do, for the intramuscular ones at the end, those were 8 a.m. every day for a while. And since it was always 8 a.m., it was either I was at work or he was going to be at work for most of the time. So he only really helped me with a couple of them on weekends when I'm like, hey, I can't reach to a spot that's slightly different, so that I don't put it all in the same spot over and over and over again. Because even if you're switching back and forth between sides, like, my muscles in those areas were still sore for months afterwards.
Oh, I don't doubt.
So, like, you'd have to poke the specific spots, but they were not happy about it.
Yeah.
So.
I can imagine.
Yeah. But, I mean, he's made it through, you know, he was excited. He laughed at me when we were first, like, implanting, and I was, like, a few days afterwards taking a pregnancy test every day to watch the line get darker.
Nice.
Because he's like, he's just sitting there like, you're being a little extra, but okay. But he understood
Let her
it.
be extra.
He's like, it's been positive for the past 3 days. You don't need to do 2 more days. And I was like,
But I want to make sure it's still positive.
I still will never forget when I went to Walmart, and Walmart has all their pregnancy tests locked up, or at least the one that I was next to.
Oh, no, yeah.
So I had to, like, ask someone to go or to get them for me. And this older lady was probably like 50s, 60s, came up, and I guess she wanted, like, a lube out of the same thing because, like, all the sex stuff was in there too.
Awkward interaction.
And so so she was just, like, waiting with me, and then the woman came around to, like, help us get stuff out, and I was like, can I get 2 boxes of, like, 3 tests? And the older lady was like, wow, that's a lot. That's serious.
You're the old lady getting
and I'm like, yeah. Like
Have you seen those games on TikTok that just sound like a horrible idea? Where a bunch of girlfriends get together and they have a game night and
they do the pregnancy roulette with the tests.
and nobody knows who's
Oh my
actually
God.
positive.
That scares
I
me.
would freak out.
I think I'm too anxious for that.
I would never.
I would rather have it be like.
I mean, hey, if the 3 of us did it and only one was positive, we know who it is.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah.
Right now, yeah.
If it was before I was pregnant, we would know who it wasn't.
Fair.
We would know who it wasn't, too.
Yeah.
I'm still scared to do it though, because what if there was more than one positive?
It would not be mathematically possible for it to be myself, so it would have been you. No. No. I can't, so it wouldn't be me.
My husband physically can't get me pregnant, which is why we're where we're at, you know. So
So let's just vote never to play that game between the 3 of us. Okay, like
I think you're just asking for one to be positive at that point.
oh god, yeah, no.
I saw a TikTok the other day where this guy was doing like a satire kind of post where he was dressed in drag and like doing like a pregnancy test and having in like it popped up positive, and so there was like, I think it wasn't like I think it was one of those things that probably was intentionally done probably with an actual pregnant person, but a lot of people were pointing out like, oh, if a man, like as a man, if you have a pregnancy test pop up positive and you are biologically male, you need to go get tested for testicular cancer.
Oh.
So apparently that's a thing. So just like heads up, everybody out there in the world. You know, if you're wanting to randomly check, there's a way you can check, dudes. But like there was also like a bunch of women in the post who are like, this is so, you know, like rude that, you know, as like a biological woman that, you know, there are these men out there, you know, acting like women and blah blah blah, and I was like, I don't let's not.
I just delete that off my interested thing on my TikTok. I'm like, nope, not interested. Don't want to see it.
I laughed at the actual original video because it was very much so a satire post.
But I don't need to hear people say like all these horrible things about others.
I just stay out of the comment section of most things. I mean, sometimes I look to see what kind of, you know, disastrous BS you can find.
Yes.
Just for like, you know, I want some tea, but I don't want the tea to be about me or anybody else I know, so let's just scroll through the comment section.
I will have to show you guys later this TikTok of this ER vet that I like, which I think I've sent you guys his videos before, but...
Oh, is it the guy who's like...
Dr. Buzelka?
Yes, yeah. I love him.
Well, this morning I came across a video, and it's, like, things that clients say that give veterinarians the ick. So, it's just, you know... and it's hilarious. It's all, again, in good fun. He never does it, like, mean-spirited or anything like that, but he's like... Listen, these are the problems. But it'll, like, there was, like, one point where it was, like, he was like, oh, so did you do any research on this, you know, bulldog puppy before you got it? And the guy's like, no, it was just a cute puppy that I saw, so I got it. And he's like, that's icky. Like, research your pets before you get them. Know what you're getting yourself into.
So is Zach getting more excited about Sylvie being here?
Yes. But I think we're also both starting to hit that, like, spot where it's, like, almost nerve-wracking, too.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. It gets like, really, like, nerve-wracking and scary, and then it happens, and then you have this tiny child, and at least for me, I was like, oh, but I love him. And then that took over what was scary. It was just but I love you.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't happen to everybody.
No.
You know, they always talk about, you know, you could love your child so much and all this other kind of stuff, but not feel it the day of.
Yeah.
But
I have heard that too. Like, you know, don't be surprised if you don't, like, love them, like, immediately after birth. Like, Deku. It will come in.
Deku.
I loved my kid at the first cry that I heard after my C-section, and then they showed him to me, and I'm like, what is that? But I love it anyways. I'm Zach like, I don't know what this is, but I love it.
Zach was telling me or talking to me about it the other day because he told me about how one of his coworkers said when they gave birth, immediately afterwards they like disassociated like really bad.
Oh no. Well, it's a lot of stress. It's stressing really hard on your body, regardless of which option, you know, which direction your delivery goes. It is a lot.
Well, and that's why Zach was like, are you sure that you're going to want your mother there, considering how she can get sometimes? And I'm like, listen, I'll have to think on that.
I don't know if I could have done it without my mom there.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. I don't know either, and I feel like she'll understand. But, you know, it's one of those things that I'm like, oh, let me think on this, because, like, I've never thought about the possibility of me disassociating right after birth. But I'm glad that he thought about it.
At the beginning, when I was pregnant with Kachan, there was a lot of, like, ground rules that had to get put out that I didn't know I had to put out because my partner comes from a very, very large family. And I knew from the start because my family lives all the way in North Carolina. There was no way they were going to be able to like come up there. Mm-hmm. I knew from the start that I just wanted my partner there. Mm-hmm. And it was going to be lucky that he was even in there. Mm-hmm. But when I found out I was pregnant, that's my foot, I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought it was a cat. And
no,
I was,
it's me. I apologize.
It's digging at cords
because
they do that.
That's me touching a cord with my foot. I love my mother-in-law, but when she found out I was pregnant, it was like a couple weeks in that she made, I don't remember what the comment was, but kind of almost had that expectation that she was going to be in the room.
See, okay, here's the thing. Like,
I love her, but that's when me and my partner, and he was really good about it, and he was like, whatever you want is what's going to happen. I was like, okay. No one else is going to come in and see me exposed to the world.
Yeah.
I do not care who you are, you know?
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's like, your own mom is very different than your partner's mom.
Well, yeah, your own mom's seen you naked.
I call them both my mom. I love my mother-in-law.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much you like them, but it's a very different situation, you know?
Yeah.
I
did not want someone, there was already going to be a bunch of people looking at my cooch anyway. I did not want my mother-in-law to have exposed to my cooch as well.
Especially if you end up in like a training hospital too, like a teaching hospital, like you get all the teaching or the med students and stuff coming in too, and it's like,
and you know, even that part changed because when I was giving birth to Deku, she still wasn't in the room, but she also came in while I was in labor, which she didn't come in the first time. So I even opened up more to let her come in while I was in labor, like early labor, because I was more comfortable. And even after that point with Deku, I was way more comfortable just whipping out my tit to her, you know, like stuff changes, you know. So the fur with Kachan, I was like full like cover, you know, with everything. Once, you know, they came over to my house, my entire in-laws came. I still had a cover, but not as much. I would whip my, you know, tit out and feed Deku. So things do change with comfortability, but
but also like I feel like just having a kid, just the first one alone, that puts you in a very different sense of, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean. You know,
it's different.
Your comfortability within your own body is different because it's no longer just your body. I hate to say it. But it's true. Yeah. It's not just yours. It also belongs to your child. And then, you know, your comfortability with it around other people's changes too. You know, I can't think of the right word.
No,
but
you're
you
saying,
know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because like, I guess Naruto was in the NICU for a little while I was still trying to figure out how to, you know, breastfeed before we discovered that it wasn't going to be something that worked. We had still not figured out that he was going to be on formula or that was going to help for him. But, like, I would just be sitting there either trying to feed him or get him to latch or what have you, and, or pump, and just, like, people would just be in and out, and you're just sitting there, you know, in a chair doing all that stuff. And then there's just people you kind of know, like, I've known you for a day, and now you've seen my boobs, like, 5 times.
That's medical professionals. It's
they
like
don't care.
You don't care.
There's that level of, you know, difference.
Right.
You know, it changes.
And as much
body
as I
autonomy.
love...
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's the word.
Yes.
As much as I love my mother-in-law, too, I could not imagine the idea of her being in there while my whole cooch is open to the world.
Here's
you
the
know,
thing about your own mom.
I'll show my
mom
boobs.
Made your cooch.
Yeah, my mom grew my cooch in her so.
For a whole 9 months.
Yep, she grew that thing.
I'm glad this whole thing has turned from let's talk about our partners to talking about our cooches.
Okay, but here's my favorite joke about being a boy mom.
Oh yes.
If somebody ever tells you to grow a pair, you literally did.
I grew
They're
too.
up and walking around.
Yep, I've grown too.
And technically,
I love that
even
joke.
as a girl mom, you're still growing a pair. It's just you're growing a pair of titties instead.
This is
so.
That's
true.
fair. That's fair.
This is
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a little bit of that too. I'm just trying to be part of the club.
No,
You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. I mean, if you ever have a second one, you could have a boy. You never
Yeah.
know.
Oh, that is our plan. You know, if we do choose to go on to have a second one, pending, you know, the economy and pending all the problems with
Situations and,
IVF care
yeah.
right now and how those, you know, move from this point forward. But we would like to implant for a boy and,
Yeah.
and
So
then you
specifically
get
choose a
one
boy.
of Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Well, it's going to be exciting for
Yeah.
Zach for him to do that parenting part, though, too,
Yeah.
since, you know, he wasn't able to be, you know, fully part of the IVF.
yeah.
Is that the
He
the best way to say
Yeah,
that?
I would say so because, yeah, I mean, and because it is one of those things that, like, you know,
I just
as
didn't
a-
want to sound offensive.
No.
Okay.
As a man, you know, like it bothers him in some ways that like he wasn't able to be
Yeah.
the, you know, the
Yeah.
genetic father and everything too, but like at the same time, you
But
know,
he'll
it's
be-
not his fault either.
He'll be her father.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is actually, funny enough, another thing that is kind of interesting because one of the things that we had to look into, because my mom from her church knows this lesbian couple
Nice.
that's been married, and because of the fact that obviously like two women, we don't have the scientific ability right now to combine an egg and an egg,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
and do that. So with their child, they ended up going through extra like legal work to have the second parent, the one that was not the birthing mom, have her adopt the child too, so that way, you know, if something were to happen to the birthing mom, and like say she passed away, to make sure that the other parent got the child.
Got it. Yeah.
But I ended up really reading into it because the birthing center essentially gave me paperwork that, you know, I'm pre-filling out and everything like that beforehand, and they're like, so it doesn't matter if they are technically not the biological parent. If you are married to another person at the time of the pregnancy, they are automatically the second parent.
Awesome.
Unless
Okay.
extra parent or like extra paperwork is filled out.
Gotcha.
Like at that point, like you have to then have the spouse sign a non-parentage form, and then have the biological parent sign a parentage form. So regardless, he should end up being, or if something were to happen to me, he's still my baby's parent, which is kind of a cool thing to know and cool thing to like not have to worry about, because ultimately at the end of the day, like, don't get me wrong, I love my family, but
if
if
you want
something-
your kiddo
if-
to be with
Yeah.
their
their
Yep.
parent. Yeah.
the
especially
only
if that's an
reason,
option available.
yeah, and the only reason I would ever want like my child to be taken away from him is if he was in a completely unhealthy spot.
Like if he was
Right.
physically
Yeah.
incapable of actually caring for the child.
Yeah, because like, you know, like obviously like there are a lot of parents who in their grief of losing their spouse or their significant
just-
other or whatever,
yeah.
they just can't do it at that moment.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yep.
Just need a
Understandable.
little help.
But then, you know, like that would be the only reason I would want our daughter to be with somebody else at that point.
As if he's just
Yep.
unable.
Yep.
Yep.
Understandable.
And realistically, at that point, I would fully suspect that he would just essentially
Reach
end up.
out.
He would probably go stay with people who
Right.
could be helping to take care of the kid while he manages everything, so he can still be a part of her life.
Right.
I have.
I never see him as like, I'm just backing out.
No.
Yeah, I don't.
That it's like the opposite of his kind of a personality.
Yeah.
No, I think he would be one of those people, honestly, that would rally for her
He
and
would
be like,
figure
I'm gonna.
it out.
Yeah.
He would.
But here's the thing. Ain't nothing happening.
No,
No.
no, but it is good to know
It
and
is good to
like
know,
those
yeah.
those scenarios, and like, you know, we already have, like, once we got married, we took out like life insurance policies and everything like that, and she'll end up becoming the dependent for those and all of that, or the not the dependent, the beneficiary.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the word. So like ultimately that'll end up happening too, but you know, like it's good to know that we won't have to, like, he won't have to fight a battle to have our daughter, you know? Like, legally, he's still the parent.
Good.
So.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Now, granted, I only know that's true for Minnesota.
Right.
So.
If you're in another
state, you might want to check your laws.
I'm
and check
sure the
everything.
South has different
the South has
opinions.
different everything.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So about your partner.
My partner.
Yes.
Oh my God, we had no idea what we were getting into. We were still a fresh couple.
Yep.
When we found out that we were having a kiddo. Yup. Just the careful inspection.
I'm sorry.
But no, he took it pretty good. The news, you know?
Which is for a surprise and
for
a new relationship.
Yeah. And we were still under a year together.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So... And we found out on my birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, I'm having a baby. But, yeah, no, it was an interesting time. But
he really stepped up
really
and was
did.
there for you.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
After we
he
found
could
out,
have easily,
just noped on out.
Mm-hmm. He could
But he's like, whatever happens, we'll do it together. And I'm like, okay. And then started showing up every weekend.
Nice.
Sometimes I just wanted to sleep and not entertain, but he was there every weekend.
Nice.
And then we ended up getting an apartment a couple months before Naruto was born. Yeah. No, he's just going with the flow. I kind of threw a lot at him.
Yeah.
Oop, uh-oh, now we're having a kid. Oop, uh-oh, now you're getting a new car because yours won't even last. Hey, by the way, we're buying a house. And, yep.
All opportunities
props to him.
for him to, bail out, but he didn't, and that's
props
awesome.
to him for dealing with me. And
although he's not that kind of guy either.
No.
He wouldn't be that person.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
No, but props to him for dealing with all of my crap, because I just tell him, hey, we're doing this thing. Are you okay with that? And then just suddenly it's happening. Like, now we're getting an updated bathroom. Sorry. Yeah.
But bathrooms are important. They're nice places, you know?
But we're getting a new tub and shower and maybe a new toilet, maybe a new sink. We're going to rip down the wallpaper. I don't know. Whatever my family helps me out with. I asked for help updating our bathroom for my birthday, and it went from, hey, will you help me do the walls, to, oh, you're getting a new tub. So, I mean, we'll find out.
We'll take it.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
At this point, all I want for my birthday from my family is...
baby supplies?
Probably. Come bring me food.
Bring me food. Yeah, food is always a good option.
That'll be like...
Can't have a sleepover this year.
No. Well, I mean, you could, but you'd have to deal with a newborn. And we'd be in my tiny apartment. So.
I will politely decline.
And I
love you very, very much, but
I will not fault you for that.
I've done my time.
Yeah. Well, and it's very different when you have
it's your own
your own newborn versus somebody else's newborn.
True.
I would
However
not put you guys
like
through the sleepless night that I will have to go through. It will not be a thing. So.
But I will still be there. If you call and you say, I need help, I will still get in my car and I would be there.
Like,
yes.
Yo, I just really need a shower.
Then yes.
Yeah, we'll show up.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We'll be there, and we'll bring food or make food or something. Because sometimes all you really need to get through your day is a shower.
I'll bring you
some
all
coffee.
the things that you couldn't have, like sushi and deli meat.
Oh my god, I'm so ready to have sushi. I am so
that was
ready
my
to
first
have
meal
sushi.
after my pregnancy.
Zach was saying that was like that he would want to do something like that, where there's like a post-labor meal.
My mother-in-law's twin sister, she's like, what do you need? Because they were both in the hospital while I was giving birth to Kachan. And they saw him, and she's like, what do you need? What do you want? I'm like, I'm tired, but I'm super hungry. She's like, what do you want? It's like, I want sushi. You know what she did? She went down the street and got, like, 2 giant plates of sushi.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, oh my God.
I went across the street from the hospital that, like, we were sent out on a day pass to go get lunch while Naruto was in the NICU for a little while. And we went across the street once I was finally free to go outside. And I was like, I just need fresh air. It has been days. And we got a sandwich at Jimmy John's. And the sandwich, or the Jimmy John's that was across the street from the hospital was like, did you just have a baby? And I'm like, we did. And then they're like, you get a free cookie. And I'm like, I want the oatmeal cookie.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
I want to go somewhere that gives me a free cookie for having a baby.
Well,
like,
if
here
you
you go. You just popped one out.
If you go
Enjoy.
to a Jimmy John's next to wherever you give birth, if there's one literally across the street, like what happened to me. Free cookie, man. Congrats on your baby. Here's a cookie.
Yeah.
And then I took the oatmeal one because they said oatmeal was good for milk production.
It is.
It is.
Yep. So.
That is.
There's a lot of, like, oatmeal lactation bites that they make.
Just make your own oatmeal and oatmeal, like, cookies. Do not spend the money from there. It is. No, don't.
I
made
mostly
that
just put
mistake.
them on my registry so other people could buy them for me.
Or do that.
I do have some of the hot cocoa mix, like the lactation hot cocoa mix. I loved that stuff.
Yeah.
I liked the coffee. It was
It
good.
tasted really good. So you can have those if they're not like past date, which could be. I mean, it's been like 2 years, but you know,
We'll figure it out.
it tasted great.
Hey, I learned when I worked at CVS that you don't ever want to, that there's 2 things that will never have expired unless you want to get super sick. And that is anything peanut butter related and baby formula related.
Yep.
Those are the 2 things.
Yep.
They would make us remove those things from the shelf like a whole month prior to them actually expiring. Just because of how, like, bad.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I get that.
Or at least the baby stuff. The peanut butter we let go usually a little bit closer to, like, the 2
Yeah.
weeks out
I
before it
remember
expired. But
in college, there was a guy at like an apartment that I was visiting, and it was like somebody's roommate, and he goes, "Do you think I could eat this peanut butter?" And we're like, "Why are you asking us?" And he's like, "I don't know. It's like 3 or 4 months expired." And we're like, "Oh hell no!"
Gross.
But you gotta throw that away. And he's like, "It's really gonna be that bad?" And we're like, "Yeah, no, that needs to go. That
That's
needs to just go
hospitalization
straight in
level
the
bad."
trash."
Oh my god.
And he's like, "You're sure I can't eat it?" And we're like, "Just go buy a new freaking jar of peanut butter. It's not that expensive.
It's like $3.
No.
Go buy.
We'll give you money. Get new
Yeah.
peanut butter." It was one of those moments, and we're like, "Dude, no."
Why can't I draw my own tits?
Hello.
She's drawing us today.
I can't draw my own boobs, apparently. I'm not doing a good job. I'm trying. Picture will be revealed after.
But yeah, no, I mean, definitely don't ever eat expired peanut butter.
Yeah.
That's today's
can't
life
draw my own
lesson.
tits.
Life
I guess I'm not
lesson
gonna
from
have boobs.
AniMoms: don't eat expired peanut butter.
No.
You will die. Well, not actually, but maybe.
You'll
Will
probably
make
end
you.
up in the hospital. Honestly.
That's true.
You'll be really sick. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Just get a new jar.
Get a new jar of peanut butter.
Get a new jar of peanut butter.
Your partner is also really good about stepping up when you need help a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Unless it's the middle of the night and we're both in bed. But, I mean,
I
he'll
haven't
take care of a
asked
lot of
him.
things if he's not in bed. But I have a much easier time waking up. You know?
Yeah. I can't draw.
That'll be interesting to see for my husband, because he's already the light sleeper, versus
I don't know what to do.
Okay, got.
I'm clicking all the wrong things.
hold on, why is it trying to do that? Let's go to, well, we could do that, but
Hey, there we go.
Yep.
No
There
more
you go.
promotional chats.
There you go.
We don't
Goodbye.
care. Bye-bye. No, thank you.
Yeah. So, no, but he's already the light sleeper out of the two of us. So we'll see how that works for me. But yeah.
No.
I can understand though, like as like a mom, automatically, like again, your hormones are involved.
You're
how
trained to wake back up.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
Well, and they told me in one of my breastfeeding classes, they're like, you'd be surprised how quickly you'll wake up because your boobs will be full and you're like, I
Yup.
need to feed, even if your baby's not awake. I'm hoping to successfully dream feed.
Oh, yep. I'm a pro at the dream feed.
I never really got there before
It's
we
not
stopped.
like a great thing, though.
No.
It's like you're just so tired.
Yeah.
Yes! I'm sorry.
Did you successfly draw your
I
own
draw my
boobies?
boobs! They look great!
Yay. Hello, the ADHDers have to do other things while
We
we're
do.
talking. Otherwise, we
do.
lose our mind.
I'm just watching them do things and that works for me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me why, but it works.
Do you have anything
Oh.
else about your partner that you want to talk about? Like him as a parent and stuff?
Naruto loves him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. I am subpar in comparison to the fun that they have.
How about you, Amy?
I love my partner a lot. I will say that I lucked out because my partner is the oldest of 6.
I think we all
So-
kind of lucked out.
We did. We
Uh-huh.
really did.
We've
And-
all had made interesting choices before our current partners, but
I wouldn't use the word interesting. I would use questionable in my case.
I mean, same, but I
Yeah.
was trying to be nice.
Questionable choices.
We've all been young and dumb.
And I don't mean that about all of my past relationships.
But
I
we've
mean
all
my
been young and
the
dumb.
most previous one to my partner was a young and dumb, stupid situation. But I lucked out because, my partner's the oldest of 6.
Yeah.
And I, although was like into babysitting and stuff, had never babysat a kid that required a diaper change. So, Tyler has a lot of experience and I learned a lot from him. And he was always and still is very supportive of, taking the kids on and everything. And obviously I have a different situation because we have 2.
Yeah.
So very similar to what you are with Naruto, you split to the best of your abilities. We used to do that with Kachan.
Well, don't really. I guess we kind of do.
You try,
Yeah, we used to do it more like intentionally, and now it's just like since I work at 5 a.m., I pass out early.
Yeah.
And so then after I pass out, he just takes care of anything between the time I've passed out and the time that he goes to bed. And then after that, if Naruto cries in the middle of the night and I'm more likely to be functional than he is, so then I just get up. So, and it's not every night that things happen, but before we would plan it, like, okay, you get, so many hours of rest, we'll flip-flop at this time,
Right. Right.
But that was at the beginning.
Yeah, when we just had Kachan,
Special delivery, I'll trade you.
Cat fight.
when we just had
you.
Kachan, we, figured out a time plan of like who's gonna get up to feed when and stuff like that, and that was, I would, because I'm a night person, I would try to feed him all the way up to the midnight. Then Tyler would take the, 3 a.m. and the 6 a.m. feeds. and he would try to his best ability to get me up to, so I would pump.
See, yeah, we were the opposite, where I have an easier time waking up and just doing things, and he has an easier time forcing himself to stay awake.
Yeah, I can do the stay awake. I can't. I can't do the getting up in the morning, and so that was easier in our case for that. And for the most part, when we just had Kachan, we did try to split. You know, like what tasks we were doing and who was in charge of what with him, or like the house, or when we were living in the basement and stuff. But now it's different because we have two. It's more like, which one do you want? You know, like which one are you taking? And for the most part, I will take Deku and he will take Kachan. Because Kachan loves his father compared to me. Deku likes me more than his father. It's just how it works out. However, there are times where either one of us gets stressed out, overdone by the child we're in charge of, and we'll switch. Because it's a new perspective as far as like how, because each kid needs their own needs and everything. And Tyler's really good about like, you know, letting me know when I need to, you know, have a time to stop. Like yesterday I got kicked out of the house. I got kicked out of the house yesterday. I didn't want to be kicked out of the house, but I got kicked out of the house yesterday.
Yeah, last Sunday, we kind of, on our break Sunday, went out and, like, got food and stuff. And then we got lunch after I got off of work. And then Nick took Naruto home for a nap. And I still hadn't finished my drinks. We stopped at the local brewery just for one.
Right.
You know, because we bought lunch and brought it there and ate there. And then he's like, I'm taking him home to go for a nap. And then you have to stay here. And then left me there and said, you are locked out of the house until you go to 2 plant stores. And I need picture proof of selfies. And I'm like, okay, fine.
I didn't want to leave. He literally said, go out, go to the coffee shop, go take your book, go get your new Switch Joy-Cons, because mine broke, or they don't work, so I had to get new ones. Go spend your hot cash, because I had hot cash at Hot Topic.
That's why you're sending me cool shirts.
I got this yesterday. It was great. I had like over $150 in hot cash.
Oh my god.
So I needed to spend
How
it.
the hell did you do that?
I don't know, but like, so I saved over $150 and only spent like $120. So I got like $300 worth of like merch.
Wow.
Oh, I'll show you. I got like 6 t-shirts.
Okay, I'm lucky to buy one if I go.
2 Bakugo figures.
Oh my god.
A Sebastian plushie.
Wait, how did you find that?
It was at Hot Topic. I found a Sebastian plushie. I was so happy.
You need to share the love.
I'll send you the pics of what I got. But anyway, so he kicked me out, and then there was a Pokemon Go event yesterday.
Yeah, I got a shiny. I got 1.
Oh, I got extras for you.
Nick got like 9 in a row. We were just sitting there playing, and he got like
3 extras for you.
Oh my god, he kept on getting all of the shinies, and I'm like, well, I got 2 3-stars.
Nice.
And a bunch of like
don't you worry.
1 or lowers.
I caught extras, so you can have them. So I did that, and then I was finally like tired and done. I was like, can I come home? Also, I got like followed by 2 different guys at the mall. So
that's always
like,
creepy.
I was like, creep, time to leave. But yeah.
To go.
So he's really good about that. Now I can say that, like, have we been through our like own issues?
Every couple has issues at some point.
Case, you know,
that's just inevitability of being close with somebody for extended periods of time, like a
but
relationship.
It's different when you have kids, and we have too. So the easiest way for us is we each just pick one, and the up downs and waking ups and stuff is still the same. I'm still awake by like 11:30 or midnight. So if the kids at any point, like mainly Deku, wakes up in the middle of the night and needs something, I tend to get it. If it's after midnight, I'm out. Like, I am not. That is where, Tyler will tap in. I think it was 2 nights ago, his nightlight and white noise went off, and it was after midnight, and Tyler took over and went and got it. The only reason I got woken up is because Deku was asking for mama. That's the only time. But the initial is, Tyler. Tyler's also the one who is awake in the morning.
Yep. Our roles are flip-flopped there.
Right, right, exactly. And I'm still awake, but, like, I am a gremlin until I have coffee. Like, do not talk to me or anything. I still get up. He takes care of Deku in the morning. I take care of Kachan in the morning. And that's what we do. It's all of a life imbalance, but, it all works out.
No, what we're coming into is I need to actually do stuff for me sometimes because I am not good at doing that. But then my mom guilt gets in the way, and I'm like, but I feel bad. So that was his solution to mom guilt was, the baby's going home to try and sleep. You don't need to be sitting there waiting for him to sleep as my phone falls on the floor. So I'm going to give you a project, a task, and then you can go do that. So that was why I got sent to go take pictures at plant stores so that my mom guilt wouldn't get in the way.
Which do you want? Who wants what?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I found them on the floor.
Wait, is there tape down here?
Yes.
Yes. You can tape it to your head.
Here you go. I'm gonna do it.
Fancy. Let me just get this.
This is how we're finishing this entire stream.
Yep. But our partners are great. They're awesome. I'm gonna sneeze here soon.
Sneeze.
Sneeze
away. Achoo.
I'm just really
It won't come out.
I'm really excited to see how my partner, really becomes a parent. So, because I
feel like as the one who's growing said child,
Yes.
you are a parent the second that you know that they're in there. But then for the other parent, it's not until you're doing the job, I feel like, that it truly hits home.
I really, really started feeling like a parent when I started feeling her move. And in the beginning, like, there were a lot of times where, like, Zach would try to feel her move.
I remember that, yeah.
He couldn't for any, like, he was trying. So as a result, like, it really felt like for a little while, like, I was the only parent, which wasn't, like, not intentional, obviously. Like, I know he wanted to be, like, a part of it, but he couldn't.
Right.
So he couldn't experience it until she got bigger.
I think Tyler said something very similar along those lines.
I just think it's funny how this is popping against my forehead because I only have it attached at one spot.
Mine had too
I
much
enjoy
to
it.
only
I'm
have
gonna
had
keep it.
You're gonna
one
keep it?
spot. Well, now I got tape in my hair on the side, but it's okay.
Because, like, now, like, this morning, I ended up mentioning how she was having hiccups, and I could feel them, but they were kind of on the softer side. And so, like, Zach came over, like, right away when I said I had hiccups, and he's, like, touching my belly, like, can I feel it kind of thing, But, like, back at, like, 16, 18 weeks when I was first feeling it, he wasn't doing that. So.
We're just going to stick his foot in.
Oh, fine. I was going to tape him to my cheek. There.
Which cheek?
It's a booby bakugo.
It's a baby. It's fabulous.
Thanks, Bulbasaur.
I'm glad I found those.
We try to be entertaining sometimes.
Just a little.
There's a Deku and Uraraka, but I don't think any of us like the. Oh, you want Uraraka?
Well, you should have Deku because you have a Deku
Ah!
at home.
But I have that too, so.
Well, you gave him to me and took Hiroshima.
I didn't want. Well, okay.
Here, wait.
We
I
would have
an
fought
idea.
over the Bakugo. Like, let's be real. I figured it was. You would have wanted Aizawa. We would have fought over Bakugo.
Look that way.
This way.
Hold still.
No. It's not where I wanted my tape.
So nice.
And now when you... Yes, there we go.
I'm gonna put him a little higher.
Or in that sense, I should put him in this pocket here.
Oh, yes.
So then he's facing the camera.
You do know if they fight each other, I'm gonna be motorboating you.
I can make Aizawa dance.
Sure.
You ready?
Yeah. This is great.
This is, yeah.
I'm gonna put him on my head.
Quality
Oh
entertainment.
no! His hair's coming off.
Oh no.
You ripped him!
That's okay, he's the same backwards. Nope. This side. I want him on this side.
I just have her kneeling on my titties.
I figured this was the best compromise. Oh, poor Kiri, your foot.
Where's the tape?
His foot's coming off.
Did you rip his foot off?
No, his foot. I didn't. I only taped the one
okay.
foot. I didn't tape this foot down. There we go.
Wait. I like
Did
how
it-
on this one
Solid.
you have hair, like, attached to your hair. You have... Yes. Uh-huh.
Ugh,
This is
this is
great.
the best way.
If you are only listening to audio, I am sorry you are missing this.
That's true.
We have
Yeah.
100% taped a bunch of anime characters to either our
bodies.
faces
and our boobs.
and our boobs. Mine's taped to the boob. Yours is just sitting there.
Mine's just sitting there. I've
Mine's
got
taped. She's kneeling on the mama.
all hail the booby Bakugo.
Well, hail, booby Bakugo.
I love you guys.
I've thought of really dirty things. Oh, it's fine. Oh. He's getting all fired up on her boobs. Just stimulating.
All you ever think about is really dirty things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a dirty place in there.
Yeah.
It really
I
is.
know. So much worse than mine.
Yes.
I used to
I
always.
think I'm the tamest out of the three of us.
I used to always joke because people would be like, "Get your mind out of the gutter," and I'd be like, "Mine's not in the gutter. Mine's in the sewer, in the scum layer at the very bottom. Like that's where I'm sitting."
I
right
always
now."
just say, I live there.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
What's wrong?
yeah." Like I'm sorry. I'm like, why?
I'm
Why
always
not?
down there. It's
Why
great.
not have fun?
Right?
Right?
You live once, man.
Yeah.
While you guys are down in the sewers and the gutters, I am just hiding in the woods going,
I'm like the it that's like, I'm like it peeking through the gutter.
Oh, no.
Like,
I'm
creep
that
through.
weird cryptid hanging out
Yeah.
in the woods somewhere.
I'm
Yeah.
the weird cryptid that people go down into the sewers to try and find.
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Yep.
Yep.
You're a Mothman.
I am Mothman. Did you guys see that comic that I shared of Mothman?
I didn't get a chance to look at it.
no.
I'm sorry.
I shared this one, and it was like, you guys really think that Mothman is going to be doing all these horrible things, and he's just sitting there trying to open a bottle of pop, and he can't get it open, and he can't get it open, and then he knocks it over, and he's like, yay! And then he starts drinking the stuff that's spilled, and I'm like, mood. That is a mood,
Yep.
you know?
Yep. Feel that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now you can see
Oh.
Amy's success at drawing her own boobs.
I drew my boobs. I can't focus this whatsoever. There we go. I did good. Your shirt was hard, ma'am. And your letters are very bad. I'm so sorry.
Hey, I mean, they're letters.
They are.
They're there. That's what was needed.
So, next week,
Mm-hmm.
back to
Finally.
anime. We're doing our
Reaction video.
yes,
Reaction video.
yes. Did we decide? No, we haven't, have we?
No.
No.
I haven't bothered to.
We had a few options that Nick gave us
Yeah.
last time, but had not ultimately settled on one.
It's true. I thought the forerunner was Hunter x Hunter.
Mm. Yeah, Honey Hunter's been on my list of ones to watch, but just not one that I've picked up.
Well, we can go ahead and still ask. Well, we already asked Nick. I will also ask Tyler. I don't know if he'll know or care.
Well, here's the best part about
Nick's
Tyler.
probably the best
you
one
could
to
probably just like go, be like, hey, go on Crunchyroll, pick out a couple animes, and then we can just go from the list that he gives us and see if any of us have watched any of them, and it would be a really funny combo. Like, just dig through, pick some. You never know what he's gonna find.
Oh, we will let you know.
Hilarious.
No isekais. It's not gonna happen.
No.
I mean, we've all seen at least.
I've
if you've
probably
seen
at least
an
3 or 4.
isekai, you get the gist of it.
Yeah.
They're all very similar. I hate to say it, but they are.
Yeah.
I just but I will say some are better than others. But
some are better than others, but they're very similar, and I'm kind of bored.
I don't understand why people just like that genre and continuously watch
I
it.
don't know if it's people just really like that genre and continuously watch it, or if it's the fact
it's
that
escapism.
Yeah.
Wanting to escape from their own lives.
But I also wonder if like people figured out that it's sold and then just continued to make it, and now the market is oversaturated. You know.
I could see that.
Well, that's like how like a lot of things go. Because again, like I think I mentioned this the last time, but like when we were talking about like isekais and everything like that, but like. When Twilight came out, the book, and then like everybody started doing a bunch of vampire stuff afterwards.
Yes, that's true. That's what I think happened. Like it was good at the beginning, people did like it, they were watching it, and then it got to the point where now there's too many, and now everybody's like, I am so done with isekai.
Yeah, agreed.
There's only so many times that you can make a starting plot, like this basic plot, different. You know.
Yep.
So
just like when Sword Art came out, and then I feel like there were a bunch of other like I got stuck in a video game situations.
Yep. Yeah. It's just one of those things.
You're making me do things.
Are we signing our names over our little characters?
That could go on a shirt.
What?
That picture.
Oh, what? We should just put on there. We could make merch of funny things that we say. Like personalized shoes.
Booby Bakugo.
Booby Bakugo. Aggression.
Or where is he?
Whispered aggression.
Toad bait.
Toad bait.
I still love toad bait.
Toad bait.
Toad bait.
Yeah.
What else do I have? Toad bait.
We got toad bait. We got bees.
We got shit. We got Minecraft bees.
Because I was talking about how Zach has all his different Minecraft bees.
The week we were talking about poop.
Yes.
Poop.
A cute poop.
Cute poop.
We got Valaris.
Yeah.
And that's
then
it.
That's it. Now we got this.
Yay. ADHD brain.
Maybe if we get more people, we can eventually make shirts. But we can make them for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we could have our own AniMoms shirts for just ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, you can make the
own
merch
stuff.
and like have it just like sit. I'll show you guys. There's a way to do it through like some services. It's not like you're pre-ordering like a bunch of merch that you then have to sell. It just like exists. So, and then people just order it if they want it, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah. That is true.
Because I made merch like that before once, and
I think we should totally do a rip toad bait.
We should.
And on the front,
rip
with
toad bait.
You know, toad bait on there.
Yeah.
And then, like, rip toad bait and then have a picture of him on there. Not, like, actually, but a picture of a drawing of him, you know.
Yeah.
And then on the back, just put AniMoms.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone will think it's cute.
could do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other
guess we
updates
hit
or anything like that?
No.
Only other thing I've been doing a lot recently is watching a different TV show on Netflix, but it's not anime.
What show is it?
Ginny and Georgia.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
It's not what I expected the show to be.
Okay.
I expected kind of a slice of life stylish show of like a single mom with her teenage daughter and her younger son. No, there's like murder and intrigue and like all this other stuff. It's a whole different ball game and also a surprising amount of sex references. There's no visible sex, but there's sex references. So, it's been great. I've been enjoying it. But now, of course, my YouTube, I keep getting a bunch of Ginny and Georgia shorts, and I'll be like, hey, I watched that episode already. I don't need the recap right now. Thanks, though. So that's about it. That's the only other thing I'm doing, really.
Yeah, I'm not doing much. Oh yeah, it's a video of my cat being a dipshit, and then my other cat being like, "The hell."
I got the other two, the ending before I got the start.
Oh, weird.
What's this?
Aww.
That's so cute.
Adorable.
Deku watching us on TV.
We are watching videos of
Yes.
Amy's child, which we will not show you.
No.
But
No. Because
it's
it does
cute.
show his face. But, it's pretty adorable.
But he's
Pretty
watching
adorable.
the podcast, so that's
Yeah.
cute. That's cute. So
cute.
Deku's awake. Is Kachan awake? I don't know. It doesn't want to load. Maybe. It's getting
Maybe.
there. It's thinking about it.
But yes, if you have any ideas for us, animes or anything else, or episode ideas, please send them our way. We have a suggestion box. We have an email.
Please use it.
Yeah.
Even if
Let
you
us
just want us to talk about something for like 10 minutes, it could be a randomest thing. We'll do
Even
it.
if you just want to say hi.
Yeah.
That too. But we will see you next week on Sunday at 2. I think it'd be good.
Is doop-a-doo.
The 24th.
The 24th.
At 2
Should
o'clock.
we take a break on the 31st because that is Easter and I feel like everybody's going to be busy anyway?
I'll be out of town for Easter anyway. I was going to tell you guys.
Sounds good.
So,
Out of town. 31st.
We will be doing next week and then we'll take a break for Easter and then we'll come back after that. So,
And we'll, sounds good. And we'll probably, I think in the reaction, we'll probably at least watch 2 or 3 episodes. You think? Because
well, yeah.
at
Least two.
At
Because
least 2.
once we get through our beginning
Yeah,
conversation
Cool.
drabble, because we always talk a lot.
that's true. That's true. Sounds good.
that
But
is us.
at least 2 episodes, so at least 2 animes.
Yes.
Like, I think we should watch the first episode and then, you know, because then we can get through more than one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yes.
So,
We will see you next week
yeah.
at 2 at the same time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
That went good.